Hello everyone, welcome back to Talking Points of BSDF1. There's some drama going on this week. We're going to get straight into it. Lots of drama. Leo, line us up for the first one. Big, well, probably nothing, but big news.
Massa, 2008 champion. Potentially.
Who knew?
I mean, most likely not. Doesn't deserve it anyway. But, bit of context. So, Massa is contesting or looking to do legal action against Formula One for the result of the 2008 World Championship. If you didn't know, Lewis Hamilton won his first out of 7 championships there. Brazil, last couple of corners. Is that Glock? We still don't know. So, bit of context. The 2008 Singapore Grand Prix. I don't know if you two Drive to Survive fans know anything about it, but I'll explain.
Enlighten us. Enlighten
the Pit Stop Boys fans.
Oof.
Yeah, there.
On
they're going to need it.
On the 14th lap of the Singapore Grand Prix, Nelson Piquet Jr. spun and hit a wall. Something looked suspicious, but no one didn't think much about it. Alonso pitted before, worked out perfectly for him, who was his teammate at Renault at the time. He won the race. Lewis Hamilton finished 3rd, and I believe Massa finished 13th. And then turned out next year, an investigation happened into it, and obviously they found to be Crashgate, done purposely. It turns out now that Bernie Ecclestone has come out and said him and Max Mosley, I believe Max Mosley, were actually aware of it in 2008 when the championship was happening.
Wow, wait, well, they were aware of it?
They were aware of it, but didn't decide to continue investigating it due to knowing that the only way to actually fix the problem was cancel the whole race. Because if you disqualified Alonso, it meant Lewis Hamilton went up to 2nd, Felipe Massa would have gone up to 12th, and Hamilton would have won the championship anyway. So that doesn't really matter. But they would have had to, because there was some sort of cheating or whatever in it, they would have had to completely cancel the race result, which would have meant Felipe Massa would have won the championship by quite a few points. That's why he's suing. In my opinion, no.
I mean, it's a fucking stretch, isn't it? Fucking hell, really? Like,
it's a stretch, but he's got a fair point. To be fair, like if Bernie Eccleston and Max Mosley knew about it, why didn't they do anything about it? I mean, it's not like Bernie Eccleston come out 15 years later for media attention.
Try and stay relevant.
Chance. That's never happened before.
But yeah, no. That's it in a nutshell. It's a lot more complicated than that. What are your thoughts?
Go on, Josh. I'll let you go first.
That's it's pretty mad, right? Like, I mean, imagine changing a championship in retrospect, right? Like, imagine it's something that's never been talked about before.
See, that's what's caused another argument. That's what's brought up all this 2021 stuff. I mean, one was done by a team, which was manipulated by a team to bring one race win, which baffles me still. And the other one was bought by the whole organisation. But yeah, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Massa.
Somehow we always end up at Abu Dhabi 21.
It always ends up. Hashtag F1 fixed. Hashtag
Abu Dhabi Scandal.
Abu Dhabi Scandal.
Nick Knowles.
Nick Knowles.
Oh, Nick Knowles a goat. Nick the goat.
I can hear he's like his accent screaming over like the Verstappen fans.
I forget though that he's brilliant. The 24-hour makeover, isn't he? The guy, but he's just now the goat on Twitter for Formula One news.
He is. Lewis Hamilton's biggest stan.
Yeah, literally. Do you know what? I can't understand it personally because even during that time period, it was Renault, wasn't it? That's the team that was in
Renault, yeah.
Yeah, so like you said, this was a race win for them, but it's not a championship winning decision, and I can't see the benefits of manipulating this race in the way they did benefits anybody, because I can't remember the chap's name, but he's scruffy looking. He got sacked like within a year because he got found out.
Oh.
But like you said, Leo said, there's literally no benefit from what they did. So I don't really understand why they did it in the first place. But to go back this far back,
a theory why I think.
Go on.
So basically, I just teleported. So basically, I reckon the Renault board of directors were threatening, if there's no race win, we pull the program. And I think, because who else did that? Who else? I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, was it long time ago with Honda or Toyota? It was one of them. I can't remember.
I think it was Honda, because it was to do with Ross Brawn. That's how he got hold of it, because the 2008 recession, which caused a lot of the big OEMs to drop. But I think it was to do with Honda, as a result of Honda dipping out, not having the success they expected it because of the money they put in. Obviously, Brawn bought the team. So I think it's Honda you're speaking about. Classic Honda.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so classic Honda. Yeah, so I do think that it could be a board of directors thing where they're like, okay, well, Renault, we've given you 250 million for the last couple of years to develop. You've not gotten anywhere. You've got no race wins. We had 2 championships and now we don't. Bring back the guy who won us the championships at any means. Bring him back. Oh, look, he's struggling in a team that is a championship team. He'll be easy pickings. Bring him back and get him a car that can give us a win. If you can give us a win, we'll keep your funding for next year. If you can't, you lose your funding and the team folds. And I think that's why Crashgate happened. That's just a theory of mine.
Makes sense.
But I think that could be a good theory to why. Yeah, why it could be.
Or I've got another crazier
losing
theory.
Thousands of jobs.
I've got a crazier theory.
Crazy.
And it goes with like some of the football scandals that happens, like the betting one. There's no point in me mentioning the guy's name. Leo will know, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I heard of that, funny enough. That's me.
Ivan Toney. Okay, yeah. So Ivan Toney was caught.
I'm not going to mention the guy's name. Anyway, Ivan Toney.
Betting against himself. So obviously, it's almost like match fixing, I guess, but you know you're going to be like top scorer in your club, or you know the result that's going to happen because of whatever reasons. I don't know the full details of it, but if you are, let's say, inside people at Renault at the time, and you know that this is going to happen and the result could be Alonso could win the race, what's stopping you putting a fat bet on with like juicy odds, a bit like Leicester in 2016, to get a massive payout?
Just quickly,
it's a crazy theory, but
was it still Flavio?
I think it's Flavio Briatore. I think that's the guy I was trying to remember.
That
weird looking. It looks a bit like Albert Einstein. He's put his finger in a plug.
Yeah, scruffy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was banned. Well, he was actually banned for life, I think, at the start.
Yeah.
So
I think he still is.
Have a guess though. Just quickly, have a guess why Massa was all the way down in 13th.
Have
a wild guess.
Oh, Ferrari pit stop.
Ferrari pit stop.
It happens back then too. Ferrari washed.
To all the Drive to Survive fans, this Ferrari pit stop mess up strategy thing has been happening for longer than, you know, how long has it been? 4 years. Drive to Survive been coming out for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, it's been happening much longer. And they released him with his fuel pipe hose still attached.
Wait, Leo, they used to refuel in races, really?
Did they? Are you sure? My knowledge before 2019, February 2019 is mash.
Yeah, it's no, going back onto the topic, I think it's crazy, right? Like that nothing's going to get done by it, but Massa has a point to have the whole race completely. If it was found that there was fixing, I mean, as an example, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably going to be wrong because I'm trying to quote football knowledge here. But aren't Man City potentially like have like on the cards to lose all their titles that they won in the Premier League because of overspending on the budget?
Correct.
Yeah.
Literally. But there's a team that's actually been caught by this with actually match fixing, similar kind of things to race fixing, which is Juventus. A couple of years ago, they got caught. And they lost all of their big players. They lost all of their reputation in the league. They had massive fines. Leo, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but it was pretty instant with them rather than like a year or two later. And in this case, like 15, 16 years later.
Yeah. What party? What one are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, there's one now, isn't there? Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
I think the first time round, yeah.
And I think it's quite a common place to see this. Go on, Leo.
Sorry, do you want to hear the exact quote from Eccleston, what he said?
Oh, fucking course.
Yeah. This is from Formula Nerds website. It said, we've had information in 2008 to investigate this matter. According to statuses, however, we would probably have to cancel the race under these conditions. That is for the championship standings would never have happened. So that's what so they're saying they would have had to cancel the race. So Singapore technically wouldn't have counted, meaning that
Lewis wouldn't have
like it baffles me. I don't get why they could have just, disqualified Alonso if they knew it happened. I don't know how much I believe that they knew it happened. They might have had an idea, like mostly everyone did, because if you watch the race, Piquet spun in that exact place. I think on the warm-up lap, I think it was. So it was kind of rehearsed. So it was obvious, like it was really obvious. And so we knew it happened, but no, like they didn't do nothing about it.
So the question is,
I don't think Massa's really got
to one long-standing Formula One fan, to one medium to long-standing Formula One fan, what do you think the outcome should be? And then to all the listeners who's hopefully watching this, what do you believe the outcome should be in the comments? So, Josh, you want to go first, and Leo, you pick it up?
Yeah, sure. So I think from myself, it's history. It's been written. It's been done. Finish. Like there should be no take up whatsoever. Even as someone who's only been watching properly since 2018. But the scary thing is,
where you said in the past 2016, I think you just made yourself a massive hole. What have you done to yourself?
Yeah.
Oh
no! I watched. I'm quite content with saying I watched. I watched it here and there with my dad, but I didn't watch fully. I was like, who's racing this? Okay, cool. I'll sit down and watch it. But yeah, so from 2018. So
you believe it's history? It's in the book, closed chapter kind of thing.
Yeah, leave it. It's done, because what will happen then? You're opening a can of worms, right? And controversy has been in Formula One. I think 1996, Damon Hill Schumacher, 88 with
controversy
Senna Prost
Formula One
as well, which I think was not 88. It was another one, 88, but I can't remember exactly. But Senna Prost, both years, by the way, for Senna Prost. Loads and loads of these controversies. If we just started going back in retrospect, then there's so many championships that would start flying up. Maybe Schumacher should only have 6 because he literally turned into Damon Hill to take him out of the race. Like, it's very clearly happened, right? So leave it in the dust, I think.
Agree.
What do you reckon, Leo? Same?
Yeah, he'll be laughed at. If he does actually take legal action, they'll just laugh at him because he's not beating Formula One, and the courts will just say no. Because I don't know what he's trying to get out of it, because
something that he couldn't achieve when he was racing. That's what he's trying to get out of it.
Well, he could have done this.
Oh, and also trying to stay relevant.
He could have done this years ago.
Yeah.
Well, he could have done this years ago and probably sued Renault, and he probably had more of a leg to stand on. 15 years later, I don't know what he's trying. I understand, obviously, the comments Eccleston said, but you've got to take those with a pinch of salt. You can't always believe
like
what
95, like always on drugs and like sunning it in Monaco. It's time to leave him in the past where he belongs. He's a dinosaur.
Yeah. But people still give him a platform.
The dinosaurs, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly that.
But he won't get nothing out of it. I think
I want to hear.
It's just coping.
I want to hear what the listeners think to what should happen, and then their opinions, and then we can make another video.
Definitely, we'd love to hear that. Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, I think that's a good place to sign off for Talking Points. This has been another episode of Talking Points. If you like these episodes, comment, like, subscribe, etc., and leave those comments down below for your take on what we've been talking about. We look forward to reading them. See you later, guys.